This is the Golden Gate Bridge, 2.7 kilometers long, 227 meters tall, and for 27 years it was the tallest and longest suspension bridge on Earth. But in 1933, every expert said building here was impossible. The Golden Gate Strait is a mile wide with 100-meter deep water. The current moves 2.1 million cubic meters of water every hour, fast enough to flip boats. Winds regularly hit 100 kilometers per hour, and thick fog creates zero visibility, making steel wet and deadly. The U.S. Navy said a bridge would trap warships in the bay. Earthquake engineers warned the San Andreas Fault was just 13 kilometers away. But Chief Engineer Joseph Strauss was determined to prove them wrong. First problem: foundations in the ocean. For the South Tower, they built a massive oval concrete wall called a fender, as long as a football field. This wall broke the current. Then they pumped out the water and sent divers down in total darkness. With only 6 meters of visibility, divers used dynamite to blast bedrock and poured concrete for the tower base. One mistake and the current would destroy everything. The North Tower was anchored into the cliff on the Marin side. Then came the towers. Each one is 227 meters tall. Cranes lifted 80-ton steel sections piece by piece. Workers walked on narrow beams 200 meters above freezing water with no harnesses, in winds that could knock you off. In the 1930s, bridge builders expected 1 death for every $1 million spent. That meant 35 men for this project. Strauss refused that math. He spent $130,000, huge money during the Great Depression, on a giant safety net under the entire bridge. 19 men fell into that net and survived. They called themselves the Halfway to Hell Club. Still, 11 men died during construction, 10 in one accident when a scaffold tore through the net. Then came the hardest part, the cables. A suspension bridge hangs from 2 main cables, and these had to be 1 meter thick. You cannot buy a cable that big, you have to build it in the air. They built temporary catwalks between the towers. Then a spinning wheel pulled a single steel wire, thinner than a pencil, from one side to the other. Then back again. And again, 27,572 times for each cable. It took 6 months. That's 129,000 kilometers of wire total, enough to circle the Earth 3 times. Hydraulic presses squeezed the wires together, and crews wrapped them in steel to create the final 1 meter thick cables. Each cable supports 28,000 tons. From those main cables, they hung 250 pairs of vertical suspender ropes. Barges floated road deck sections under the bridge, and cranes lifted them up to be bolted on. They built from both towers toward the center to keep the weight balanced. The bridge opened on May 27, 1937. 200,000 people walked across on opening day. The car toll was 50 cents. Total cost was $35 million, which is $1.2 billion today. Why international orange? The Navy wanted black and yellow stripes. The Army wanted red and white. But architect Irving Morrow said orange would be visible in fog and match the landscape. He won. Here's the physics that keeps it alive. The bridge is designed to move. In 100 km/h winds, it can sway 8 meters side to side. When full of traffic, the deck drops 3 meters. That flexibility saved it in the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake. The Golden Gate took 4 years, 10,000 workers, and proved that steel and willpower can beat nature. It's not just a bridge. It's a 227-meter-tall message that impossible is just an engineering problem waiting for someone stubborn enough to solve it. If you loved this, hit like, share it, and subscribe for more videos explaining how the world works.